has Gommel coming up very soon, so certainly wants to be training for that. And beating Evil Nardwuar, especially after being down 0-2 like that, that's certainly something that's going to help your motivation going into a tournament the size of Gommel. But for now, we have another matchup on our hands. We have Mystery Soul versus Sophie.
It's always fun to be the person coming out of losers semifinals, having your opponent waiting for you in losers finals. You're coming off a hot W. I personally prefer that over having the recharge time, waiting for the person to come down from winners finals, because you're playing good, you're already locked in. Mystery Soul's going to have a heck of a match ahead of him, as you said, against Sophilo. Could be tough against the Zetterburn, somebody who is so prescient at reading opponents and not taking big risks, which is generally what gets you killed against Fleet.
Yeah, I mean, but part of it is, you're, as Fleet, you're going to be comfortable in this matchup because you're going to have to play it a lot. There are 1.5 million Zetterburns out there, and in this bracket, Soul no stranger to playing against them. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to how Soul cleans up this offensive pressure, because, I mean, he's just one of the best at just one-touching Zetterburns in the right circumstance.
We are once again seeing Merchant Port, plenty of love for the fruits and labors out here. We are going to see that big edge guard come out. Like you said, comfortability in this matchup definitely there for Fleet and for Mystery Soul. Misspacing that back air, though, definitely could have been his KO up strong. Not enough all the way up there, and we are going to air dodge right through that. And a great angle right there, letting Sophilo drift back to the ledge. Still not out of danger, though.
How long is this edge guard going to go? We see the kill finally occur, but my God, that was a whole minute-long edge guard.
I ask myself that question every time I commentate Mystery Soul. I just go, how is this not over yet? I feel like nobody should have to be off stage for this long.
It's like inhumane. This is cruel, unusual punishment.
Man was not meant to fly. The world abhors the jet plane. Oh my goodness.
Double back air. Mystery Soul bread and butter.
Strong.
And this edge guard, the nerf from Zetterburn's recovery, certainly showing off a little bit this set, making it a bit harder for Sophie to get back in these circumstances when I feel like previous sets was not the case.
Well, there's that special get up once again. Mystery Soul showing off just how good that move is and going right into the up strong as if it were Rano's or something like that. That sweet spot is very strong, and Mystery Soul taking big advantage of it, and here we go again with the wind chime.
Oh no, these chimes are just absolutely disastrous for Sophie, as, all right, Mystery Soul in a bad spot, but able to come back and no punish. Now the parries are out, and Soul is hunting for another one. No, it doesn't even matter. 3 stock in the first game here on Merchant Port, and Sophie needs to find an answer, because right now Mystery Soul looks unstoppable.
Somebody who is not dropping a single punish in Mystery Soul. Going up against Sophilo, who again clearly has a good read on the game state at all times, but just does not have the confirms at the moment, is not getting the big damage, is not getting the guaranteed KOs that you need to be seeing out of Zetterburn. That is his bread and butter. This is the character that you can play. I don't want to say single player, right? That's a little bit disingenuous, especially for a player like Sophilo, but you've got to be getting those KOs, and Fleet out-damaging and out-confirming you, it's a tough situation to be in.
Yeah, I mean, there was a point where this matchup was actually just considered to be like unwinnable for Zetter, and all the Zetters were picking other characters in Fleet because of how difficult it was to ever recover. But I mean, we're in a different world these days. This character, he has so much that he can do, but Sophie, she's gonna have to make sure she actually capitalizes on that, because right now Mystery Soul making the matchup look so easy.
Especially at the ledge too. I mean, we've been talking about the edge guards, but the ledge trapping as well has been so good for Mystery Soul. And I think above all else, that really comes down to the fact that Mystery Soul's read on Sophilo's rhythm right now is just intensely strong. Every time a move comes out at a timing, Mystery Soul is right on top of it one way or another.
Yep, just like that. Once again, you talked about the rhythm. Mystery Soul catching the rhythm of the recovery and finding a down air perfectly placed, far enough away from the wall that you cannot tag.
Going deep on that recovery. Nice little waveland. Going immediately from that ledge dash into the shine and getting to confirm. That's what we need to see from Sophilo.
Yep, but that's one of the things about fighting against Mystery Soul here is like you can get that. You can play even against him for a while. But what do you do when he kills you at 50? Do you have an answer to that? Do you have something similar? Because if Sophie doesn't, I think she's going to be in trouble for this set.
So far, again, Rhythm being read out really well, but there is a stark difference right now from what we were seeing earlier and now. In Sophilo's movement especially, super, super clean, using a lot of really, really safe moves. And again, that's what we were seeing in Winners Finals as well. Very difficult to punish, and right now has a huge opportunity.
Yeah, fair off the ledge. Very safe option when you also have the tornado covering you off. And this is going to be difficult for Sophie to track down the kill, as Mystery Soul's been playing under these platforms really well, but nice catch with the fireball and avoidance of the edge cancel, but this is still damage coming out from Mystery Soul now. How did Sophie get out of this edge guard situation? So smart with the upstrokes to cover the top platform. I've never seen that as an option. That's so smart.
I mean, Washington State's most dangerous sniper, able to get things done off the top, perfectly aimed. It is going to once again be playing up the stock, but Sophilo is right back online. Great reaction to the DI. That is something that we have been seeing, is that when it comes to reacting to the DI, getting confirms off of that, Sophie has not been dropping those.
She's so young. She's got these young person reactions. Like you can get away with doing that for now. But I mean, I hope you keep it up forever.
That manga may be called "Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games," but right now I beg to differ.
I
beg to differ, my friend.
Oh, another one. And that's the reaction you're talking about. Ready for the down air, and now though still has to find the stock. Great dash dancing puts her in excellent position to get a punish. And now,
ooh, taking away the tornado before it can even come out.
Smart.
I wish we could do that back in Texas. Oh. We can avoid property damage. Okay, nice shielding that special get up, is able to keep the pressure back on. This could be dangerous, Jet.
Oh, big pickup off of the chime, catches the tech, and we are still going with this combo. Great TI gets out of there, but not until after taking so much damage.
Woo!
Fair center stage, all the way up to 184. Sophie finds that game, but man, that was that heart-wrenching.
Really, really hard fought, and I think that honestly, Fire Capital was exactly the reset that she needed as well, because you could tell, especially in that game, that Sophie is playing a very metered out game. We're not seeing the hyper flame and beastly style of Zetterburn where this is just a bowling ball trying to get a strike every single time. This is somebody who is calculated about taking her engagements. And man, Sophie definitely making those calculations correct. She's looking like a TI-84. Now we'll be playing against Mystery Soul on one of Fleet's better stages in Julesville.
Do you think she even knows what a TI-84 is? Kids these days.
That's a great question. Everybody's got an iPhone now.
Yep.
They don't know about playing blocks.
True. All right, but let's see how Sophie's going to cover this. Oh, once again, we see great edge guard, using that wall jump and getting out of there. Sophie almost gets the down air, but still, Mystery Soul staying alive. Answers back, but a great wave land on, and hunting, but good roll out of that pressure. Mystery Soul been very aware.
Sophie's offense has been so safe, but the only reason that's been so apparent is because Mystery Soul's defense has been so good that he has not been wildly swinging in these situations where Zetter actually can get away with what he's doing. And look at this, right here, the perfectly timed defensive options 90% of the time for Mystery Soul. But that does not mean that he's out of the woods, because Sophie has been continuing to lay on the hurt.
Yeah, she is putting so much pressure on in these circumstances and able to get out of that spot. Oh, not just yet, actually. I don't think it's touched the ground. And it's going to be forced into that up B. Super low, not going to matter. Solo click from the forward air.
Just got to scrape him, nothing fancy. Mystery Soul going to be getting right back to that ledge with the tornado to cover as well. Wind chime set back up. Perfect use. Oh, it was almost perfect, but Sophie just a little bit off on the timing of utilizing that invincibility. Mystery Soul getting a ton of damage off of it. Sophie does finally close out that stock, but extra credit definitely in Mystery Soul's favor.
Yeah, you make one mistake versus Soul, suddenly you're in two-touch category, going so low and just hogs the lead for the right amount of time. This is all over, except, I mean, Sophie is just going to have to really change up her play style, because this is what I was talking about. You can be even against Mystery Soul, but then what do you do when you die at 50?
That is going to be the question for sure. Great usage of the special get up again from Mystery Soul. Tech, and we're getting back on stage. Sophie getting a second lease on life, but how long will it last?
Yeah, the Shine not going to confirm into the forward air. Just lighting that ground on fire, making sure if you get a grab, it's going to be a lot more effective.
Okay, nothing fancy on the tech chase, but Mystery Soul, that was a reach, and Sophie is about to teach with that forward throw, bringing it to last stock.
Yeah, and now covering it once again. All right, this is her answer. She said, I'm just going to out-damage Output Soul. I'm going to light him on fire, put everything on the line. But oh no, now Sophie is forward tilted. Just gets that air dodge out, but a great coverage, double back air. Should probably be it. Yeah, it's just an attempted insane angle, but did not work out.
That is, if you're hitting that angle,
check for notches.
Yeah, I mean, that controller is optimized. But yeah, Mystery Soul is able to close it out. Still, again, on Fleet's best stage, a very, well, best stage, it's debatable. Definitely one of her better ones, though, especially when it comes to the starters, but still extremely close right there. And again, you can tell Sophie, I mean, really, just a couple mistakes taken away, a couple of overextensions, that's probably her game.
Yeah, she certainly has the power to take this game. It's not a question of whether or not she can, it's whether or not she will. And right now, she looks really good. Let's see what she goes for. Just tries to go for a roll on Soul, very low, snagging the ledge out, and down air is not going to be in time. Once again, Sophie's having a hard time getting the punish. Once you have the ledge grab, you force Soul onto stage. It doesn't seem to be enough, but wow, 100.
Talk about reacting to DI for confirms, getting it off of that Shine, seeing that positioning so quick. Again, you're talking about how young people got those reaction times. No doubt Sophie has got that, playing with a sizable lead for one of the first times in this set.
Yeah, and I love this corner pressure, just utilizing dash dance grab, utilizing a lot of mix-ups in timing and spacing to find openings, to make sure that Soul is always feeling this pressure. Great forward tilt. Let's see, going for the down air. Yep, and just keeping the pressure going. Another forward air off stage. Does give the jump back and the float, but it's still just a massive amount of damage. And Sophie looking so hot this game.
Ooh, roll through actually gets away from that F-Strong. Again, we see that safe pressure. Utilization of the Shine is so smart. And again, it's not like a bowling ball. This is a precision instrument for Sophie, who is able to convert one side of the stage to the other, coast to coast, sending Mystery Soul into the Pacific and onto last stock here in game number 4.
Yeah, like you said, that was a surgical kill confirm. Finding it all the way across the stage. And now we have 3 stocks to 1. Soul certainly no stranger, though, to ending stocks early. Let's see how this edge guard goes. Yep, just tracking down the down B in the perfect position. And now Soul, though, on the back foot as Sophie's keeping the pressure going. However, landing with the back air, gets out of that situation until Sophie once again finds an opening with a double fair dare and keeps the pressure going, Kimona.
91% so quickly. Mystery Soul, a gigantic opportunity. Once again, mistiming with that pressure on that wind chime. Sophie getting punished on these a lot. This is giving Mystery Soul that opportunity he so badly needs, getting away from the terrifying train approaching Shines. Has that Zetterburn knocked down.
Knockdown is here, and man, coast to coast to coast. I mean, just Soul has not been giving up this pressure. Sophie's feet haven't been on the ground in the past 30 seconds. Is she going to be able to find the way back on the stage?
Nice.
Great counter hit.
Really, really intelligent right there. Sophie noticing exactly when she was going to be actionable, but is going to take a trip to the blast zone. Mystery Soul bringing it to last stock. Sophie, oh my goodness.
Oh, please,
not
no,
like
not
that.
this. Yeah, just using that down B invincibility to get out of the wind chime.
No way.
Oh, no, not like this.
It's not going to happen like this yet. Is it, Jet?
Oh, I
is
think
it going to happen like this?
The back air.
Greedy with the back air, but keeping it going. Edge guards are unstoppable. Seattle's sniper in Mystery Soul staying alive and getting his ticket punched into grand finals.
We talked about the one-touch potential, and that was just the hottest one-touch we've seen all day. It wasn't a simple and clean kill confirm off the side. It was, I'm going to catch you here. I'm going to catch you here. Every single option you have, I am all over you. And sniped right at the end with that neutral air. I mean, just what a show from Mystery Soul. Always showing up and showing off how many crazy options he can cover. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
Just off stage, on stage, it doesn't matter. And again, when it comes down to top players like this, and Sophilo is one of them, but Mystery Soul above all else, you got to be ready for the second health bar. They are